Hi there, everybody. We're here with Jon Nyatawa from the Omaha World Herald, who covers the Creighton Blue Jays. Jon, the Creighton Blue Jays are now just about an hour and a half away from their first-round NCAA tournament matchup against Rhode Island. How do you think the team is kind of thinking going into this game?
Well, they seem pretty loose. We were around the club, and inside their locker room. We watched them practice. It was an open session now. I mean, they weren't necessarily trying to give away anything during that moment, but they just seemed to have a relaxed feel about them. So I think that's encouraging, given that this program hasn't been in the NCAA tournament in 3 years. You wonder if there might be a little bit of nerves or some anxiousness going into the game. So, and maybe there will be. We'll have to see those first couple of minutes if it takes a while for the guys to settle in. Marcus Foster, Zach Hansen are the only two that have played in an NCAA tournament game before. A few others have seen it and been there, but they haven't actually played. So that's something to watch, but I do think that at least from what we saw, from the first day, Creighton looks like it's settled in pretty nicely.
Is there anything Rhode Island can do from what you've seen or heard that can maybe give the Blue Jays some fits today?
Man, defensively, they're really tough. They're going to get up in Creighton's grill and really pressure the ball, extend the defense beyond the three-point line. It's going to be potentially slugfest type style of game. I think what Creighton's got to do is be really disciplined with the decisions that it makes with the ball, not get sped up and not try to force the issue. I think at times when opponents try to maybe knock Creighton's players off their spots, whether they're trying to cut or just get to a certain spot on the floor to run a play correctly, setting a screen. I think when teams get physical with Creighton, sometimes Creighton can maybe just sort of try to work its way out of that in not an ideal fashion. You just sort of have to kind of be patient and let the game flow and find your offense through that. So it'll be something to watch. Turnovers, I mean, Creighton's turned the ball over 16 times per game in the last 6 outings, and Marcus Foster and Kyrie Thomas, two of the main ball handlers, have turned it over 8 times in those games combined. So it's a big key, and Creighton can't, you don't want to give away easy buckets in a game like this.
Now, real quickly, a lot of national analysts are actually picking Rhode Island, and I think even Vegas has Rhode Island as a small favorite. How do you see today going down?
It's a good question. I honestly do think that I don't know if Creighton's getting enough credit for the style of, or the caliber of competition that it's played so far this year. I think that the Jays, I think it's 6 of the last 7 games to this point were against NCAA tournament teams. Played 16 NCAA tournament teams so far this year. They've learned a lot of lessons. And yes, Rhode Island has some talented guys, and yes, Rhode Island's hot, and yes, Rhode Island defends really well. But I think Creighton's seen this type of stuff before. So my question is whether or not Rhode Island's seen the athleticism and explosiveness of Marcus Foster, of Kyrie Thomas, a big man like Justin Patton who can roll to the rim and put back dunks or alley-oops, and the way Creighton runs the floor. I don't know if Rhode Island's seen that aspect of it. So I give the edge to Creighton, honestly, and that's just because I know what to expect from the Jays in a matchup like this against a team like this, whereas Rhode Island, I'm still not sure. So we'll see how it goes down, how it plays out, but I'm picking the Jays in this one.
Jon Nyatawa from the Omaha World Herald. Creighton and Rhode Island starting at around 3:30 Central Time. It'll be shown on TBS. Thanks for logging on, everybody.